As some people are still taking their seats, I hope you feel comfortable. Tonight is a beautiful night of celebration, so I'm welcoming all of you to the second edition of the Global 100 Most Influential Global Leaders 2025. You all are absolutely amazing. I hope that you are ready to be, celebrating, and I hope that you all are going very, very excited to receive the awards as well as all of the people in attendance. So today, this event is proudly hosted by the Pan-African Youth Leadership Foundation. And for the people that may not know what it is or what it's about, I am going to tell you now. So the Pan-African Youth Leadership is a dynamic and visionary organization which was established in May 2019. PAYLEF is an all-inclusive leading African youth organization representing and safeguarding aspirations of millions of youths in Africa. Founded on the principles of integrity as well as innovation and inclusivity, we strive to ignite a transformative impact that transcends borders and creates a brighter future of Africa. So we are excited to welcome you to the second edition, this time around 2025. Yes, so before we dive into the whole event, I would like to invite as well as introduce the Executive Director of the Pan-African Youth Leadership Foundation, Salako Adeboale, for his welcome address. A round of applause, please.
Good evening, everybody. I think I deserve a better round of applause. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Good evening, global leaders and distinguished guests. I would like to welcome you all to this evening of celebration and excellence. We give God the glory for bringing everybody here together today. This initiative is hosted by the Pan-African Youth Leadership Foundation to promote business beyond borders by bringing together global leaders from around the world. As they say, the world is a global market and we are all selling something. Our goal is to bring the global market to Africa. And this is our first time hosting the convergence of 100 global chain makers on the continent. Today, we have representatives from various countries across Africa, Europe, and America. And we believe this will ultimately lead to meaningful global collaboration. The Foundation's three major objectives are to raise the next generation of African leaders, to showcase emerging African leaders to the world, and to celebrate exceptional emerging African leaders. We pursue this objective through our foundation initiative and leadership training programs. We have been doing this for the past 8 years, and we have been operating officially as an organization for the past 6 years. We are open to partnership. If our objective aligns with yours, we welcome you to join us. Finally, we would like to thank our partners, past and present, who has truly been supporting this initiative. We say a big thank you. I welcome you all to Kigali and have a wonderful evening. Thank you very much.
Please, again. Thank you so much to the Executive Director. I do hope that you all feel comfortable again. So I would also like to acknowledge the representative of the Nigerian ambassador to Rwanda. Welcome in the room. Yes, so before we continue, there are amazing people who have made tonight possible, our amazing partners, and namely Wild Fin Microfinance from Zimbabwe. A round of applause for them, please. Yes, as well as Dale Clench's Homes Limited from Nigeria. A round of applause. Yes, as well as all of the other individuals as well as brands whose support have contributed immensely to the success of this event. Yes, so with nearly 10,000 nominations from 55 different countries, the foundation conducted a meticulous selection process, carefully reviewing and reaching out to the chosen nominees. This year's list reflects a diverse representation, referring as well as featuring 53% of the male nominees as well as 47% of female honorees from 23 different countries, marking a significant increase in the female representation compared to the previous year. And yes, I believe that deserves an amazing recognition. So the countries representatives here tonight are namely Denmark, the Netherlands, Kenya, Spain, Ghana, Malaysia, South Africa, United Kingdom, Nigeria, South Sudan, Zimbabwe, Rwanda, Angola, and it's the first time that Angola is on the list actually, so welcome to them. Yes, so Mali, Uganda, Australia, Comoros, it's their first time on the list as well. Yes, Tanzania, Indonesia, United States of America, Guinea-Bissau, Cape Verde, and Namibia. So again, a round of applause for all of these amazing countries as well as all of their representatives. Yes, so before we invite yet again another guest speaker for today, let's all focus or direct our attention to the screen. We're going to take a look at an introductory video, and then I'll tell you guys the next one.
Research shows the world's most worldwide. He is a trailblazer, a record breaker, and a man whose impact cannot be ignored. Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves, because the man you're about to meet could change the course of your story today. Please welcome Dr. Adeyemi Adeniyi.
For Dr. Adeyemi Adeniyi, he's our keynote speaker tonight. Welcome on the stage.
My leader, the great man himself, the visionary, the man that God has used to catch this vision, which we're all gathered here tonight from all across the nations of the earth today, in person of Dr. Salako Adebowale. Please help me appreciate him once more. I want to say that I really want to say you look gorgeous tonight, each one of you. It takes a whole lot to own a business in Africa. Just like I mentioned in the course of our chat this morning, I said, a great man said, do not scare me about hellfire, because running a business in Africa is hell in itself. So if I can survive that, then I know I don't need to go to hell anymore. So what that means is this, that regardless of all the pressures that you go through as business owners, you can still come out well this way. Please celebrate yourself. Just a little story before I go into the business of this evening. I've said it over and over again that most of the time many of us become so hard on ourselves, and to that end we fail to celebrate every win that comes our way. And one of the things that you need to know is that in as much as it's good to be hard on yourself and achieve greatness, it's also important for you to celebrate every little win that comes your way. I'd like you to know that you are actually identified and called forth for an award. It's enough in itself for you to say, well done, and give yourself a pat on the back. I'd like you to also know that it is good for a man to walk, but it is the duty and the help of God for his efforts to be magnified before men. So you need to know that what is happening here today, even before now that you were celebrated, even for this award, for the feats that you've attained, it is not given to every man. Because there are many who work harder than yourself who were never seen, even till date. Many get posthumous award when they are long gone. Meaning, nobody ever saw their efforts while they are alive. That you are here means you need to tell yourself you have done well. However, you need to know that the enemy of new successes is past successes. Don't dwell too much on that celebration, because it can block you from the next one coming your way. So, what do you tell yourself? Now you've attained this, that what is next? And before you leave the city of Kigali, set the record straight and tell yourself, it is good for me to make sure that I know the next course of action. All right, having said that, while we here, the convener told us already, the Pan-African Youth Foundation, part of what she does is to make sure that everyone doing well in their space are being figured out and celebrated. And two is, as much as you think you might not be doing enough in your mind, I want you to know that many seek mentorship from you. So you can't keep hiding. Yes, I know many of you are shy, but I can tell you, in that state of shyness, you are killing somebody, because you are keeping it all to yourself. I'd like you to know that one of the best things you can do is to make sure that when your time comes to leave this earth, that you die empty. What that means is, you have poured yourself in someone, and you know that at that point you are not thinking profiting alone, you are thinking scaling, meaning there is somebody to take up all that you have started. So one of the keynote lessons we must leave here with from this place is, how do I scale my business so that when it is time for me to go, this business can still thrive even in my absence. It must not be built all around you and for you alone. When you are away for 3 months, what happens to your business? All right. I want everybody to relax, you just don't be too serious. Don't mind me. The truth is this: every opportunity I have, and given platforms like this, I say it the way I practice it. Because one day I know that no matter how good I am, I need to pass the baton to someone. Think about this. If you think your effort is not enough, or it's not good enough, or you are not doing enough, let us take you away from the equation of that country you represent. I have my brothers here from Spain. I have my brother here from Namibia. I have my sisters from Uganda. I have my friends from Zimbabwe. I have from Angola. I have from different parts of South Africa. My sister here, I'm sure she won't forgive me if I don't mention South Africa. All right. And I have many handsome men and beautiful ladies from different countries who are here tonight to do their nation proud. Think about it. If your name is taken away from that equation, what is left for your country? I remember coming for this trip in preparation. They posted on my social media handle, Dr. Adeyemi Adeniyi, that I was coming to Rwanda. And one of my friends and clients called me and said, "Excuse me, sir, would you like to meet the ambassador of Nigeria to Kigali or to Rwanda?" I said, "Sure, why not?" He said, "Because everything you do, we look at you. Everything you do, you set a pace and you set a standard. And that's the reason why it's important for you to meet the ambassador." Never think that people are not seeing you. The truth is this: it is not about the likes that you get on your post that makes men to like you. It's not about the sharing that gives you the share that belongs to you. It's not about the people that love what you posted, but it's about that one man that you must meet and not miss. It's about that person who is looking at you saying, "I love this guy. I love this woman." I shared this also in the morning, and I said what? I said a client was to purchase a property from our company, and he told the realtor, he said, I am not going to proceed with this unless I unveil to see who the directors of the company are. So himself and the wife, they went on a personal search to go and unveil who the directors of the company are. And along the line, at Dale Clinton's Realtors Limited, or Dale Clinton's Homes, as a group of company, he began to dig deeper, and eventually he found me on Instagram and on LinkedIn, and then he began to follow me. And at the time I was talking to him, when they did a three-way call, the man said, don't introduce yourself to me. I've already been following you for more than a year, and I am convinced that our investment is safe and secure with your organization. What that means is this: don't keep to yourself anymore alone. You are not built for yourself. You are built for others, and there are people who cannot survive except you do survive. Now, I want you to know that every time that you make that post, somebody writes is looking at you. I told them in the United States, I said, you know what? As much as you can, thank you for nominating me for this award of the honorary citizenship of the state of Georgia. I said, but one thing is this: if you will not give the same to my wife, I don't think I want to take it. And they said, why would you say such a thing? I said, as much as I'm doing well in your own eyes, there is somebody who has given me peace, and without her, I wouldn't be what you are saying. That was the condition. Sir, we will get back to you. And after a while, they called me and they said, sir, with all due respect, we want to tell you that with these that you have done, we have learned even a lesson from you. And so we honor you and your very dear own wife with the honorary citizenship award. Now, why global collaboration? I'd like you to know that everyone sitting here today is representing a clan, a city, a nation, and even Africa as a whole. Now think of me getting the phone contact, the email address, and knowing each one of you by names. What happens is this: I know I have taken over the entire world, because with you I can do exploits. And having it at the back of my mind that with you in mind, I can break through into that nation. You want to come to Nigeria, having a small boy like me from the streets of Lagos, today I can take you into anywhere. Just see it and say it from your mind by the grace of God. And I will never underestimate the power of what you can do in Spain, sir. I can never estimate what you can do even in South Africa, or what you can do even in Zimbabwe. Now, why do we need to collaborate globally? It is because when it is down in a nation, it is up in another nation. You look at it, that while we wake up in a particular part of the world, they are sleeping in another nation. What that means is this: when things are down in a nation, my collaboration with you in your own nation can lift up the organization. I want you to also know from this platform that is good, regardless of the challenges that your nation is facing today. It's also important for you to speak well about your nation, because no matter what, nobody will buy you beyond the tag you have put on your nation. Yes, there are challenges in every nation, but I want you to know this: that while people are looking, great minds, they see what others who are looking at are looking. So when you see people who look, they see problems. People who see, they see opportunities. So don't speak ill about your nation. Ask me, why am I in that nation? Simple: to solve the problem. Why do you need to japa, quote unquote, that is to move or relocate to another place, quote unquote, called looking for greener pasture? But I can tell you, you don't leave the treasures of your nation for foreigners to come take it away. Stay there and solve that problem. Ask me, how did I move from being a one-time bus conductor on the streets of Lagos? For many of us who are not from Nigeria, that may not make so much sense to you. A bus conductor means someone who calls passenger into a bus and tells the driver to move when the passengers are either sitting or not sitting. Whichever way, let's move. Moving from that space to, and also fixing people's tires on the streets of Lagos. How do I move into building by His grace? Through the organization God has put in my hands, building a multi-billion-dollar empire all across different parts of Nigeria. Simple. I have observed that great men are never ashamed. They speak to people regardless of whatever they think they've attained. Don't be afraid or shy or speaking to someone even here today. Yes, you might be introverted, but I can tell you, where you are celebrating today, you can do better than where you are. I also like to tell you to get involved in governance. Get involved in governance. Don't leave it into the hands of the weaklings. The nation needs you. We need you to survive. I can tell you, if you get there today, you'll do things better. Why? It's because many of you understand where you are coming from, and you can see what the problems are. Just as you are running that organization to make it to scale from profiting also, then you can apply to a nation. Get involved. The world is waiting for you. And I'd like to conclude on this note also, that how do you get visible? Every avenue you have, every opportunity you have, please ensure that you have someone beside you to capture every moment for the world to see. It is important. You are doing well, you have done well, and somebody needs to be inspired through what you are doing today. Regardless of what your turnover is yesterday, last year, or even this year, please capture those moments. Let somebody know that where you are is his own prayer points. You may not be celebrating it, but somebody is saying, God, if you can only do this for me, I will not ask you for any other thing again. Please capture those moments. Get someone involved to tell you, please sir, I'd like you to move this way. I am very deliberate about these things. And that is the way to go. As you are working so hard, let somebody know what you are doing. That you are solving a problem, and you are not just doing it for yourself. Let the world see your lights, that they may glorify your God who is in heaven. Let me say this as I go. As we have come here today, just make sure that you create memories that will linger on forever. You will not be in the world for life. While you are here, enjoy every bit of it. Have a great evening. Thank you.
Special thanks to our keynote speaker, Dr. Adeyemi. Thank you so much for the amazing and inspiring message that he just gave us right now. I love what he said about a lot of people actually getting their flowers and awards posthumously, but luckily for us, we do have the Pan-African Youth Leadership Foundation that provides that amazing platform while we are still alive. So on the next one, we do have another amazing speaker. This is going to be our first guest speaker, but before she makes her way on the stage, I'd like to give an amazing introduction of her. So the next one is Rebecca Hansen, who is a transformational leadership coach, a 3-time TEDx speaker, and facilitator of identity-led leadership based in Rwanda. She works with executives, founders, and high-performing teams globally to unlock the next level of leadership, not by working harder, but by shifting who they are at their core. Over the past decade, Rebecca Hansen has guided leaders to uncover limiting patterns, communicate effectively in cross-cultural contexts, build self-awareness, and strengthen emotional capacity, enabling them to lead with authenticity, clarity, and influence. Her work focuses on identity shifting, emotional self-mastery, and leadership rooted in self-trust and personal power. Known for a direct and intuitive approach, Rebecca creates spaces where insight leads to lasting transformation, helping leaders navigate complexity and step into a more expansive, authentic version of themselves. So let's put our hands together for Rebecca Hansen as she makes her way onto the stage.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for that very beautiful introduction. It always sounds so impressive what you've done when you hear someone else say it. So yeah, I do leadership coaching. I help people lead themselves first so that they can lead others. I feel like in this modern world, a lot of people, they learn leadership and personal development from books, and then they continue to just teach other people without actually applying it to themselves, and it doesn't really work, right? We cannot lead other people before we lead ourselves, because we cannot understand the level of resistance that comes to change if we haven't actually been through that change and applied the same principles. So a lot of what I do is really for people to understand themselves so that they can find a deeper level of compassion and understanding and empathy for the people that they lead. Now, when it comes to leadership in a global context, it adds a lot of complexity, because a lot of the assumptions that we have about what is true, a lot of assumptions that we have around what people go through, what they think, what they believe, it gets tested because we're so different across borders. And when I first started doing coaching, I was doing workshops in cross-cultural communication with my Chinese employer and our Danish client. And I don't think you can get much further apart culturally than Scandinavia and China. It was like really, really difficult for people to work together. So I had to step in and do some of these workshops with them. And we really saw how much of the communication came down to when do we believe that something has actually been said. And even there we can find that there's a lot of misunderstanding simply from the use of the words, right? So in Denmark, we are very, very direct. We say what we mean and we mean what we say, and we can understand the words fully. And if you do something that's different from what you said, it means that you're a liar. It means that you're not true. It means that I can't trust you. And in China, you have to really understand the context of the situation. And someone will say the word yes and mean the word no, but you don't say the word no in China, right? It's rude. Someone loses face. How many of you have been to China? How many of you have been engaged somehow? Yeah, so you know, right? You don't say no in China because that will embarrass the person that you're talking to, so you're doing them a favor by using other words. And so a lot of issues will come to us because in the teams we thought that we were good to move forward, but the Chinese employer wasn't going to move forward because they meant no, but nobody understood that they had meant no. And there's another case. I made friends obviously with my colleagues, and I wanted to invite people for my birthday, and I had invited this group of colleagues at my house for my birthday. And one of my friends, she said that she would maybe come. And then I kept following up with her. I was like, did you figure out whether you're going to come? Like, do you have other plans? What's going on? And she kept just saying maybe, 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 until one day I realized she didn't want to tell me no. So maybe it was supposed to mean no, but I was the one who didn't understand it, because in this cross-cultural communication, I did not understand what she was saying. And it's just so important that when we work across cultures, that we do the work to really, truly, fully understand the culture in which we're engaging. And we do the work of really testing our own assumptions. And it helps us to create a mirror for ourselves, so it actually helps us understand ourselves deeper. Right? Because some people who never leave their hometowns, they will never fully question their own beliefs about what is true, what has been taught, what do I actually agree with, because they've never met someone who's different. Right? So a lot of the work that I do is simply just holding up mirrors for people and helping them see themselves more clearly so that they can understand other people more clearly. And sometimes I work with people who just don't have access, right, to international people, or don't feel comfortable working with people that are from other countries because they're either shy or they feel like that's not really approachable to them. And I would say that we always have the opportunity. How many here are either married or in a long-term relationship? Some? Okay. So they say that men are from Mars and women from Venus, right? I feel like that's not really true because that's still the same solar system. I feel like sometimes it's a lot further apart than that. We have so many opportunities to look at people who are in our near space, who are just thinking and who are raised with different beliefs about what is possible and who have difference of opinions about how do you communicate, that are just around us and that we can actually use for this mirror so that we can fully understand ourselves. And I always really encourage people to spend more time really, truly, fully understanding the people that are close to us. So if you have that cousin or sibling that always triggers you, those are probably the hardest people for us to want to understand because it's easier for us to just always be mad at them, right? Always be annoyed with them. Whenever we have an issue with a partner, I see this very often. People get married, and in these areas, you don't live together before you get married, right? And where I come from, we would never do that because you cannot fully truly know someone until you've lived with them. So here you would marry somebody, you don't fully truly know them because you've never experienced them waking up on a bad day, right? And now you spend time with this person and you haven't fully learned how to communicate with them, so you start building up some sort of resentment about something that they do. And we just struggle to have the conversation with them about the things that really bug us. Can anyone relate? Maybe not for yourselves, right? But you've seen this happening, that you're so annoyed with someone that you love, and you don't know how to have that difficult conversation. I used to not be able to have difficult conversations at all, and I just realized I had to practice it, because if you cannot have difficult conversations with the people that you love, how can you have difficult conversations with people that you lead? How can you fire someone if you cannot have an uncomfortable conversation, right? And how can you practice having difficult conversations? For me, it's really when you're able to have a difficult conversation with someone that emotionally triggers you, when you have that person that just bugs you and you want to have that confrontation with them, and you still got to put on a way of communicating that is compassionate when you're triggered, that is a skill, right? Because it's so much easier just to explode on someone. It's so much easier to understand someone who's very, very different from you. You can have international leadership, because it requires us to fully understand ourselves before we can fully understand somebody else. And that is all I have to share with you today. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Another round of applause, because that was an amazing message to all of us, I believe. Some people are not really good with communication, and like Rebecca said, you can only lead if you're able to have those hard conversations to be able to lead everybody else that you are leading. So the next up, I believe that some of you thought that only a few people would be speaking tonight, but we are very wrong, because we need to loosen up, we need to have different conversations around leadership, as well as get different perspectives, because yes, tonight is for celebration, but at the same time we are all here from different countries, from different backgrounds, so we really do need different perspectives. So I'm gonna go all around through the audience, asking random people, so get ready. I hope you are ready to answer different questions that I'll be asking. And then, yeah, that's what we are going to do. So first you're going to tell us your name so that we can all know each other, and then respond to the question that I'll be having. I hope we are all ready for that. So, like I was saying,
Hi to everyone. I think that the biggest question for a business owner is people, because it's the more important active in your company. So in my case, we have a company of kids education. So our main purpose is to improve the abilities of the kids and the young people to will be at the future a very good team leaders on companies around the world. So we teach them about technology, but we teach them too about soft skills, about work team or any other that they need in the future. So I think that we have to help them, teach them, and help because people is the future and people is the main active of our companies.
Thank you so much. Your name, please.
You're welcome.
Okay. Yes, here. Hello. What would you say is the biggest challenge for business owners today?
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Mavis Mabuza from South Africa. What I can simply say is that, you know, as a business owner, the challenge that we forever encounter, more especially from our side, it's the fact that you might be having employees that will forever not be happy with their salaries. And you'd find that as an owner of the company, whether you're making a loss or you're making a profit, you need to keep your employees happy, irregardless of what you might be facing in your organization. But hence, I'm saying that employees are the heart of the organization. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Here, what would you say is the biggest challenge for business owners?
Okay, my name is Dr. Samuel. I'm from Nigeria. So I think there are many challenges for business owners, entrepreneurs. But I'll just say just one. I think one of the major issues around entrepreneurs are most entrepreneurs are not prepared in the area of putting structure. You know, and any business that does not have structure can't even scale. Any business that does not have structure can't even build beyond themselves, which is sustainability, which is very important for business. So I think one of the major things among others, their fundings and all that, you know, but I think major three is about structure. Most entrepreneurs are not prepared for that, you know, so businesses do not end up growing or scaling beyond themselves. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let me find somebody else. Hello.
Hello everyone, my name is Nakato Bridget Prudence. I'm from Uganda. One thing I see that is a challenge with businesses is that most times the leaders, when they do not empower the workers or their, let's say in a company setting, when we have the CEO, when we have the other co-founders, and when they do not have power to work when the CEO is not there, it becomes very difficult for the business to continue like prospering, because now the CEO is not around and the rest of the people are not doing as much as the CEO would do. So in this kind of situation, the CEO needs to give like opportunity for the other core members to be able to work when she or he is not around, so that the business keeps on thriving. That's all I can say. Thank you.
Thank you so much to everybody that responded. The good thing about talking about different problems we face is that you get to hear that you're not the only one and it's easier to find solutions. So my second question is, do you think people in leadership positions across the world? If not, why do you think that is? Again, do you think that there are enough young people in leadership positions across the world? If not, why do you think that is?
Hi everybody, my name is Sylvie Sugira. I am Rwandan and I'm based here. I don't think there are enough young people in the leadership, mainly like positions, mainly because they don't feel like it's their responsibility. They don't feel like they also can do something, they can make a big contribution. So I would say that it's maybe the lack of like confidence or accountability. That's what I think. And maybe if more would feel more accountable, they could do better.
Thank you, Sylvie. Do you think there are enough young people in leadership?
Hello everyone. My name is Michael Babatunde. I am from Nigeria.
And truly, I don't think there are enough young people in leadership today, particularly from Africa where we are. A lot of young people have not evolved, they've not come to take responsibility that whether their nation will survive, whether their nation will do well or not, it depends greatly on them. And being in position of leadership requires, certain, like the speaker that just spoke, personal development. You need to become someone before you can go out there and lead. So it boils down to taking personal responsibility. We could say that the old people are not leaving the baton, but power is never given, it is taken, right? So it is important for young people to rise in number and take positions of leadership. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Do you think there are enough young people in leadership today?
Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Haruna Hassan Tukur. I'm from Nigeria. I feel like we don't have enough people in leadership positions, mainly because, like Dr. Adeyemi said, we need mentorship. We need to carry people along. I remember when I started my business in agriculture in Nigeria, you mostly see it's the older generation that are into agriculture. And I remember going to them, and there was very much information given down to me. There was a lot of gatekeeping. But that's exactly what we're doing now, trying to get youths around the country to handhold them, to tell stories so that they are inspired to see that if someone like me, someone like them can get to this level, they can also be at this global stage and even better. So I feel like we need to mentor people. It is very important. Your story inspires. You'll never know who is going to look at your story tonight and say, next year, I want to be here. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Another person, do you think there are enough young people in leadership today?
No, there isn't. However, we do have a lot of talented young leaders that are changing the narrative and doing really well. So from my perspective, I would say, yes, he said mentorship, very good. And I would say the old leaders need to give autonomy to younger people, to give them that autonomy for them to lead. And I also feel that a lot of the old leaders, what they do is that they micromanage everything. So they don't give that opportunity for people to learn. And I feel education as well is important. So if a lot of young people are going to go into position of leadership, they need to be educated. People's skills, they need to have good attitudes. They need to be able to know how to manage themselves first before they can manage other people. Thank you.
Thank you so much for all of your insights. Yes, so next up, we are going to all direct our attention to the screen yet again. We are going to
Charles Resources Limited want to hand over the documents that grants you full access to this property. From henceforth, it's your own legitimate property.
To the glory of God. To the glory of God.
Amadasun Mariam, the founder and CEO of Eat With Mimi from Nigeria. Thank you so much to all of our panel speakers today. I'd love for all of you to do a brief, small introduction about yourselves as well as the companies.
Well, first of all, thank you everyone for staying here. Thank you for the invitation also. And I'm going to tell you, first of all, what I'm doing for a living. I own a marketing agency, Viral Content, concretely. And we are very happy because we've been in the market for 2 years now, and we are very happy for the results that we're having, because we have more than 1,200 enterprises interested in our services only in the last year. And I'm only 22 years old. I turned 22 a week ago, so happy birthday to me. Thank you. And there's my partner, Mohamed. He is Moroccan, and I'm very glad to meet him, because thanks to our team, we are now with a lot of enterprises working hand by hand. There's also my client, Luis Martin. Congratulations for the prize, And I'm very happy because he turned 50,000 followers thanks to our services. And congratulations to him. Thank you. And well, then we are going to talk about more things, more interesting, but it's your turn, Daniel.
Thank you. All right, Frank, okay. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, Daniel. Okay, I have a company of artificial intelligence. My work is to help another companies to take advantage of their data to improve their process, okay, in any kind of things. The projects, we have successful in many projects, in huge projects. Perhaps I would like to center in some of them, because artificial intelligence depends a lot on the data of the client, and one of our responsibility, first of all, is to analyze their information. That is the most important thing, and see if they will be able to have some opportunity to improve their values. Okay, so we have our best project. We start with a big company there in Spain for the food market. It's called Campofrío. I don't know if you know. It's a world company, but almost there in Spain, and they is dedicated in demand sensing. You know what is demand sensing? What we have to do is to try predict how much they are going to sell, to avoid waste and to optimize their sales. Okay, so with these kind of projects, that companies can earn a lot of money, of course, and they also save a lot of time, because they have many people working just only to see how much product they are going to sell. It's very important for that in companies. There are another kind of projects, but I'm just only tell you only more. For another that have a lot of documentation, takes too much time to teach their operators how elevators works. This company have a lot of manuals with different versions, and it was very difficult to explain all of them how they works. We built for them a special chatbot, more or less. It will be a chatbot that operators can ask to that chatbot, and this chatbot reference to that documentation and can answer and indicate where is the reference that they have to focus on to fix something of the elevator. Okay, so I told you it depends on the project to measure the success, but for now I am very proud to say that we are growing in my company, and I hope that with artificial intelligence we still continue in that direction. Thank you very much.
Good evening, everybody. So what I do is very simple. I am the founder of Owa Properties Management Limited. It's a real estate company based in Abuja, Nigeria. So what we do is that we turn lands into thriving communities. So we offer sustainable investment opportunities to people, and we help people create wealth through real estate. So our Properties Management Limited have a platform whereby we offer land to anybody. So gone are the days where only rich people can acquire properties or land. So anybody should be able to buy land. So that is what we do. We've devised a system where people can even pay monthly to own a property. And yeah, that's what we do. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Miriam Amadason, also known as Mimi. I'm the owner of Eat with Mimi, one of the fastest growing 24 hours restaurants in Lagos. Currently, we have 3 branches and we have over 300 staffs. We deliver food 24 hours. We don't sleep in our restaurants. We also make sure that we impact the youth. As we all know, imparting change lives a lot, And as a good leader, you have to do your best to make sure there are enough that go around for everyone. Only you can be the, the most successful person. You have to do all you can to make sure you lift the people up, or whoever you can help. So yes, Eat with Mimi is also known for catering. We offer catering service. Anything food. So if you're hungry, we're always here for you.
Thank you so much to all the amazing leaders on the stage. It's amazing to hear about every single thing that you do in your everyday life. And it's also amazing that we have you in different diverse sectors, which means we're going to have an amazing conversation and get different perspectives. So starting off with my first question, what is the future of business and innovation in a disruptive world? Starting off with Dr. Margaret.
Okay, so let me start with what I understand disruption to be. So disruption happens when a new product comes into the market and takes over, making old systems or method become irrelevant or obsolete. So that is what I believe disruption to be. And disruption is happening every day. So you have startups in the small living room spaces, maybe somewhere in India, causing, or rather trying to create the next disruption through technology or AI. So it's happening at the speed of light. It's happening, it's going to happen whether we like it or not. So for me, it's a question of, are you ready? Or are we ready? What are we going to do when the next disruption comes? How are we going to manage? How are we going to scale through? In some of us, our businesses that are not yet digitalized. So what do we do? So for me, I would say, in order to get ready for a major disruption, you don't wait for it to happen. You start getting educated about technology, about innovation. So like I said, learn to adapt. Adaptability is very important. Embrace it. So most times when we hear about technology, we hear about AI, it's a little bit scary. One would think technology or AI means you should have a robot working in your organization, but it's not really the case. I have come to understand that technology can start from small things. It can start from small things. It doesn't have to be anything big. You can start by, like I said, digitalizing your processes, having automation, getting an app, or let's say a chatbot that can answer questions, automation, and all of that. So it's innovation doesn't have to be big. It doesn't need to be big. It can be small. And innovation doesn't always mean technology. Innovation can also mean strengthening your already existing business model. That's what I feel innovation is. Thank you.
A round of applause. Thank you so much. What about you?
More or less, just before the industrial revolution, okay, just before. And what we see is that the work was very manual, very slow, limited, okay. And for them was really nice until the steam machine came. And what's happened? People was afraid because everybody doesn't know what means for their lives, and perhaps they will lose their works, and they don't know how to they don't know what to do in that moment, because a machine can do it much faster, better, and they don't know, okay? So right now we know that the improving their lives, the life was better. People go to pass from the very manual task to automatic task, more valuable work, and nothing is going to happen. So I understand that right now people is afraid with new technologies, because it's a disruption with this technology, but you have to see it like a tool, okay, like a calculator. They came to us to help and always to improve and not other thing, okay? There are a lot of hype with artificial intelligence. I'm working on it, okay? They're very hype. It's very useful, but at least for today, it needs too many years to substitute completely to human. Okay, so you can keep calm for this aspect, and for the rest, I completely agree with you that we are moving. Technology is moving very fast, and there are many changes, and the way that the business are changing are so quickly. And here perhaps I can pass the word to my friend, because in his business, as an example, the business changed a lot when we have with digitalization. That is what we are living, our revolution industrialization. Okay, sorry.
Yes, Mr. Palacio.
Thank you, my friend. Well, I agree with both of you, and I think the future of business, it's a little bit scary because of artificial intelligence. So you are a little bit my enemy. I am scared of you, you know, but but I think it's very useful, right? The artificial intelligence, I use it every day in order to be disruptive, because it's very important to the business owners to be disruptive, because if you are not disruptive, your business probably is going to fall sooner. And I think the future is going to be a little hard, because we all are we are looking that social media is a very important tool to connect other people. And we are all tired about advertisement. I'm very tired of paying for everything. Now we have YouTube Premium, Spotify Premium. We always have to pay. Even on Instagram, we always look for something and it appears a guru telling that we are going to be millionaires tomorrow. And I think we have to make different content and not force people to watch our videos, right? That's our mission on Niemel Marketing, because we are experts on take the attention of the users without paying any zero on ads. And I think this is the future, no? Social media. The business owners that are not present in social media, maybe they are going to have a little bit problems in the future. So if I have to recommend you something, is you have to post content, and the content has to be disruptive. If you're not disruptive, you die. Thank you.
Thank you so much. What about you, Mrs. Marlon? What do you think is the future of business and innovation in the disruptive world?
So I would like to say the future belongs to the people-centered companies. So in a disruptive world, the most valuable assets are people. Your team, it's not much machinery, it's not AI, it's not, even if you want to use the AI, I mean, we all know that's what we depend on our ChatGPT, the AI, you know, but you also do need people. So I think you have to value your people, you have to value your team and make everybody feel important. A motivated team will, I think, solutions for your company. They will deliver consistent excellence and also maintain culture even during chaos. So technology can assist you, no lies. We know it's very useful for us and helpful in one way or the other, but people will sustain you. So I strongly believe a people-centered company is a well-accommodative one, and for all of us to, you know, work with. I also, well, okay, let me use my brand for an example. So my brand became one of the top 24 hours restaurants in Lagos because the people I work with believed in my vision. Yeah, so I empowered them and I also empowered the business. In my business, one of the most impactful innovation was human capital. That's what I invested most in. And from promoting a basic cleaner, it's a basic role, you know, I promoted her into a supervisor role because I see dedication, a zeal, a strength. And that set a record straight in my organization that even hard work do have a future. So I believe whatever way you want to handle your team, you have to lead with so much motivation. And I mean, we all know the staff we work with, they love something to drive them. They love motivation. They want to do something because of something. They don't just want to do anything because, oh, I want the boss to see me. They want something to motivate them. I also do, I believe that one decision changed a lot of ways and a lot of things in the way my team works. And I mean, I believe motivation is not only financial, I believe it can be in any support. Life is beautiful. I, for one, I am a traveler. So some of my staff, my top management, and you know, when I'm not around, when I'm traveling out there, you know, in Ibiza, having all the fun, a lot of people are holding it down for me. So I thought, how can I also make it up today? You know, I didn't do this, you know, my husband is here, by the way, the most supportive man ever. So I thought, how can I, you know, make it up to them? I always discuss with my husband, and oh, how do we make it up to staff? And okay, let's send them on trips. Let them also see another part of life. They don't have to die in Nigeria without, you know, and then we send them on trips, they go on vacation, they, you know, we do a lot of things like that. So I believe it's not only about the AI, it's not the robots, it's not, you have to motivate your team. So the future belongs to those who are people-centered company. Thank you.
Thank you so much. A round of applause. Those were amazing insights from different sectors as well. And maybe moving on to the second question that I do have. We are at a time in this world where it's not safe anymore, or, you know, very benefiting for the business owners to stay local or to only work locally. We also need to be, you know, branching out and actually go global. How can you encourage global collaboration? Starting off with you, Mariam.
I'm sorry. Can you say that again?
How do we encourage global collaboration?
I mean, we are all here for a purpose, right? And networking, meeting people, you know, whatever we discuss. I met a guy this morning, his name is Tolulape, I think he was seated there. He was talking about how we can bring people together, how we can do things together, how we can market, and, you know, it makes sense to me. And on that seat, I was thinking, yeah, and a lot of people also mentioned this morning that why not let our government, you know, include the grassroots from, I mean, AI, artificial, whatever. Like, why don't we include them in schools, and children will learn from the grassroots. You know, on my seats, after thinking about all of these things, I saw amazing people with brilliant ideas and brilliant minds. I was just sitting there and thinking, what if all of us in that room actually build a very successful tech school in Nigeria, AI school, you know, things that will make sense, and I believe it's possible. I'm all about networking, I'm all about good leadership, I'm all about things that will be beneficial to my country. So I believe if we want to, I mean, we just all have to connect. And don't be shy to connect. I mean, it's very important. So yes, I would say the right connection by attending this kind of award, but we mingle and discuss about how we can take things to excellence. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. What about you, Dr. Margaret?
Okay, so I feel a way that we can all connect globally. We can take advantage of digital media. So for me, digital media has opened my company, Owo Properties Management Limited, to a space where I never thought I would get to. Sitting down here today is as a result of digital media. So it's important we take advantage of digital media, creating content, putting the content out there. The world is now a global village through the help of digital media. And then I also feel we can do partnerships. So it's important to understand that you do not have to compete blindly. Do not compete blindly. If you see a company or an individual that you feel share your values, your goals, you can you can collaborate and go into partnerships with that company. Also partnering with tech companies. I know I've spoken to Mr. Daniel about social media, so he's gonna help me start getting 1 million followers every day, right? 1 million followers every day. And sorry, I can't remember your name. Yes, that's it. Daniel is going to help me build an app, a pro-tech app, a property technology app for Owo Properties Management Limited. So we can, people can buy properties online, take virtual tours online, generate instant allocation online, and all of that. So yeah, collaboration, social media, partnering with the right people is the way to go. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ruiz.
Yes, I completely agree with global collaborations. And of course, we can make business when you want. My point of view is that it's really important to share all kind of knowledge for between people, but even more between different countries, because the point of view that you can get from Spain, in our case, and here in Africa, probably is very different. And what you need is not exactly the same what I need. Probably the stuff that you discover for yourself is really different for myself, and I think that we can interchange very a good knowledge that is really important to get. So it's our case, I think so. That thank you very much of all of you to invite us, because we are learning a lot here with you.
Thank you so much.
I agree with both you, Daniel, Margaret. You are very intelligent people. I respect you a lot. For sure, we can work together. I think global collaboration is key to grow businesses, because we are all accommodated in the knowledge that we already have, and I think that is very important to connect with other people, not just other people of our countries. It's better to connect with other countries outside our continent. I think it's very important. It's very important because it opens our eyes. We see different things, and we can match. Because when I come from Spain here, I didn't know a lot of things, and now I think I'm a better person. Thank you to all of us, because we are learning a lot, as he said. And it's also very important because it can improve a lot our businesses. If we are accommodated to do the things as we were doing like for 5 years to now, in 5 years the world can change a lot. We are seeing with social media, with artificial intelligence. Well, I born with the mobile phones, and thanks to that I can earn money from that, and then I can help business owners to get more clients, because I think that's the most common problem of businesses. And I think the business that is online, it has a lot of more potential than other business that is not on social media. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. A round of applause. As we get close to conclude, one message that comes to mind, the closing remark, anything you can tell the people seated here tonight. Starting with you, Mr. Palashwa.
I think it's a very good question, because there is a lot of things that I can say, but I'm here now in Africa, and I know a phrase that I love, and it's Hakuna Matata. So I think that you have to be happy that you can work in something that you love. I'm always very proud of that, but sometimes it can't forget from our mind that we are doing what we like. I always see people that they are working on something that they don't like, and I think I'm very lucky of working on social media, because I born with that, and I'm going to work on that for the rest of my life. Thank you.
I would like to tell you an experience that I have here in these 2 days. I met people from here, from Rwanda, and young people, and they told me that they study in the university, and they did economics and other degrees, and it's awesome for me that they didn't work in what they are studying for. So they work like assessors or something else. And I asked why, and he said that no, it's just only the life. I think that here you have a chance with the new disruptive world to take advantage of that. For instance, in my case, okay, artificial intelligence. You have a lot of chance to teach your teachers to teach the children how to use it and learn a lot, because it's a really good tool that teach a lot and is cheap and very easy to use. I'm learning with ChatGPT or Gemini or whatever. Okay, so my last word is we are in disruptive world in digital point of view, and we have to take advantage of this. Okay, don't stop it and move.
Okay, so for me, when I got the email from Pan-African Youth Foundation that I will be coming on the panel today, I started to, do a bit of research, and I started to think, how can I create innovation in my own organization, in my own company? So I gathered all my staff around and I told them, okay, everybody start thinking. Everybody start thinking, start bringing up suggestions as how we could cause a disruption in the real estate industry. And yes, ideas started to pop. Everybody had good ideas, and hopefully those ideas will be implemented. It's one thing to have ideas, it's another thing for the ideas not to see the light of day, not to be implemented. So hopefully those ideas will be implemented. And I would say if we are thinking about innovation, thinking about the next thing to create in our businesses, in our organizations, in our community, I think we should think about innovation from an empathy point stand. So innovation with the mindsets of empathy. To me, that is what can solve world problems. So when you create, when you innovate with empathy, you are saving lives, you are solving humanity problems, you are solving real problems. There's a lady I met yesterday. Yes, I said this during the round table. She is creating a carry case. She's creating a carry case for preterm babies, for premature babies. Yes, she's a doctor from Uganda. And I think that will solve a lot of problems. And I said, I have experienced having a preterm baby. I couldn't take the baby anywhere because he was hooked up on CPAP, hooked up on monitors. But she said she's creating, it's like a mobile incubator. So when you create from a place of empathy, you solve real problems. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm gonna share a bit of a take-home lesson to all of us. So my number one would be start with something, even if you don't have anything. Just start it. Start that thing anyhow. It's a business idea, whatever you want to do something. And number two, I built my restaurant or my organization with discipline, prayer, and hard work. Disruption didn't stop me. It sharpened me, and it really sharpened me to be a very outstanding leader that I am. Number three, build a team that believes in your vision. When you have staffs and they are not really giving you the kind of vision, there are some staff that are vision killer. You bring out something, no, man, I don't, But if you build a team that see things the way you also see things, I think your brand or your organization will be successful. This is very important. I think everyone should value their team. No one is completely useless. Everyone is useful. Yeah. So also reinvention is necessary. Every year, not even every year, like every month, every day, reinvent something new in your business. Follow the trends. We are using, if you have to shout on TikTok, on Instagram, just follow the trend. The world is changing. I mean, it has really changed. I remember when we started, the noise on social media was not, but now with the noise, I know how much revenue we bring into the organization, which I shout to. If you see me shouting when I'm, advertising for my company, I have to shout. They have to understand and get inspired to know that their boss or their leader is doing something inspiring for them to follow suit. Also, my final line would be, the future of business is being written right now, not by the boldest and definitely not by the biggest, but by the boldest rather. If you start with something, you are going to be unstoppable. And also, let's embrace disruption, not as a threat, but as a teacher. Because when the world is changing, we are changing with it, we are adjusting with disruption. Also, it is very important to innovate and solve real problems. Don't just chase trends, yeah? And the most important thing I would like to chip in is, let us lead with purpose and integrity, so that when the world changes again, our impact would remain. Thank you.
Thank you so much to our panelists. It was amazing having you here and hearing about all of your insights. So as you make your way back to your seats, a round of applause, because I believe that
he's going to be awarding our artist tonight. Let's all applaud please. Because I need this energy. I need us to up the energy. Yes. I need us to up the energy because each and every person that will be taking the stage so definitely deserve the award. So we need to be clapping, we need to be hyping them up. So yeah, so I am going to be calling the different names of the people that are set to receive their awards tonight. And Tira. Round of applause, please. A round of applause. Let's make this way on the stage. He does to keep you happy. More energy. Next up we have the one and only Antoinette Tira from Rwanda as well. Yes, next we have Mohamed Sandani from Spain. Round of applause, next way onto the stage, please. Yes, the next one is none other than David Matisiba from Zimbabwe. Round of applause. Congratulations, David. Yes, the next one is none other than Maurice. Congratulations. Next up we have Haruna Tukur from Nigeria. Let's celebrate as he makes his way up to the stage. More energy. Next up. These are amazing leaders. They deserve all the flowers and all the hype. So we need to be clapping more. Yes, the next one is none other than Engineer Mustafa Ibrahim from Nigeria. Congratulations, engineers. The next one is none other than Dr. Samuel Brown from Nigeria. Our next one is none other than Rebecca.
to empower and inspire the youth, especially younger women that are my peers. And yeah, I'm really proud to be here today, and I'm really happy for everyone who's in this room. Congratulations and all the best to everyone here. And thank you so much once again. It means a lot to me and I'm privileged. Thank you. And lastly, thank you to my family, my mother, my brother, my aunt, and my photographer, Floyd. It means a lot to have my small little family with me in Rwanda. It's our first time here. And my father passed away 2 years ago, so he couldn't be here with us today, but I know he's with us in his spirit. But thank you so much.
Yes, we do have another special award, and this is First Amongst Equals, and it was awarded by the one and only David Monteziba from Zimbabwe. Round of applause for him. David Monteziba. So congratulations to David Monteziba.
Should you need any of my services, I'm here and I'd like to get in touch.
Yes, thank you so much. Okay, let's. Congratulations.
Good evening once again. May I please have your attention? I came to the ultimate decision that the Wiseman Anyala Holding Group from Namibia will be giving something to the Pan-African leadership every single month for the next 24 months. As we all know that cash flow in business is a black line of every business. Same applies to this organization, Pan-African Leadership. I don't really believe in once-off sponsorship. So because this organization needs to continue recognizing others. And to do this, it takes a lot of effort, a lot of financial resources. If you only give 1% of your income to the Pan-African, I highly believe that it will take the organization to greater heights. I thank you.
Thank you so much, Ambassador Wiseman. Next.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, it's such a great delight also to be here again. Just to, on behalf of the Pan-African Youth Leadership Foundation, we want to say a very special thank you to the Wiseman Anyala group of company in Namibia for these supports. This will really go a very long way. Aside all that the Pan-African Youth Leadership Foundation is doing to bring people to the spotlights who are doing amazingly well, of course, we did mention in the course of my speech that the foundation is also building a center in Nigeria as our headquarters, where young minds from all across the nations of the earth will come for trainings and mentorship programs. All this is premised on something. Of course, your support, my support, everyone's support will go a very long way. Many of us have never drawn a dime from the organization, but we believe when we give, those who have the privilege can take from it. So it will be a great delight for you to please look at the barcode on your table. Whatever support you want to give to this foundation, it will go a very long way, and posterity will never forget you. Please do all you can just to support this foundation. That $1, that $2, the $5, $10 go a very long way to impact someone's life. You know, You don't know the power of mentorship unless you hold someone by the hands. And when they are writing their biography, they can say, if not for you, I wouldn't have been able to achieve this feat. The good news is this: God has ordained and designed everybody to be great in life, but we just need somebody to hold us by the hands. Recently, I had to scrap my mentorship program, which says and assess it. And I can tell you, it gives me so much sense of fulfillment. One of the best staff we've ever had at Deal Painters Group was a man who came in as a protege. He came for 3 months, he wanted to learn real estate. And by his grace, I created time for them. And I dictate notes from my head based on my years of experience. And at the end of the 3rd month, he said, sir, if you will permit me, I'd like to stay some more, just to learn more, and also pour my heart to this organization. I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this man did not just serve, he also broke out a deal, one of the biggest estates we have in the GRA in Lagos. For many of you may know Lagos. This guy broke out it. And he said, sir, this is my giving back to the organization. As he did 3 months, he came to learn. He waited for 1 year and 3 months extra just to serve in return. That's the power of mentorship. And so when you get to places where you see people taking a bow to a young man, ask, what due has he paid? He has raised many people. If you don't raise men, you will soon be erased. Let's raise others, and you will be glad that you did. In case you didn't hear when the announcement was made, some of my books are the back of the, you can get some of my books. As against the amounts we sell before, if you're getting the 3 different types, you get it for $15. If you're getting just one, you get it for $20. It will be a blessing to you. One of those books, for those who are interested in real estate or who are in real estate space, talks about how to start to build an estate from the beginning to handover of keys. It's a guide, it's an approach. Please let me also whisper this to you. You are all great minds here. If you are not great, you have no business here. Because like you did hear, about 10,000 people were nominated. And they came to these numbers that we have today. Now, one of the legacies you can leave behind, that when you are long gone, to speak for you, is to put all that you are doing into writing and let the next generation read from you. All that you are doing, somebody asks, oh, how do I do that? Looking at my shadow. Don't worry, get a writer. Put all your thoughts, record it with your phone, audio, and send it to somebody to transcribe for you. That's chapter 1. Do another into audio. Let somebody transcribe it for you. You will not know what that will do to the next generation. And somebody said, the faintest pen is sharper than the smartest brain. So those legacies you want to leave behind, document them. It will be a blessing to those who are coming behind. This is not just a gathering, it's the gathering of those who want to cause eruption and disruption in our various countries. So, the next time I'll be seeing you, I want you to show me your first book, the second book, the third book. Not for money, don't get me wrong. It is for impact. Create those solutions, and the world will thank God that you came. Thank you.